Losing is the key. I know I sound crazy to y'all, but I'm not crazy. Let me share with y'all 10 reasons why I believe losing is the key. I know a lot of y'all been having goals and dreams in y'all life. And let's be real, y'all scared to do y'all dreams and goals because y'all afraid of failing. But remember, there's nothing wrong with failing because at the end of the day, long as you can fall and get back up, that's all that matters. Because I used to be there just like you. I used to be scared to do anything in life because I was afraid to fail. And let me know how many of y'all feel like that out there. Y'all want to do something. Y'all have this passionate goal that y'all working on, and y'all just can't seem to get it together because in reality, y'all don't want to fail. So I used to go through the same thing, but something just woke up, something just erupted in my spirit to just be like, forget it. I'm just going to stop caring because I care too much. Because at the end of the day, what else can you do in this world? Stop worrying about things that you can't change. All you can do is start. So reason one. So let me know if y'all used to feel like this when y'all used to go to school. The teachers used to always try to persuade you that you had to receive an A or a B in their class to be the head of the class. Because if you don't receive an A or a B, you get frowned upon. And in reality, why you're getting frowned upon? Because you're getting a C, D, or F. Because you're not getting an A or B. But at the end of the day, you just fell for that moment. They used to act like it wasn't okay for us to fail at that moment. So that's why we're so programmed to always want to win all the time. So that's reason one. We're so afraid to fail. And reason two, we got to be able to take a loss in order to win. Let me say that again. We got to be able to take a loss in order to win. So let me know if you know somebody who has a business, or if you have a business and you want to sell a product. You maybe want to sell hair. You may want to sell vinyls. You may want to sell content or whatever you do. But in reality, you don't want to take no losses. Then you keep looking at it like, because if you take losses, it's bad for business. But the people that you're looking at to this day, like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, they took losses before they won. You just only see when they won. So you have to change your mindset and can't be afraid to take a loss. So don't be afraid to fail. And reason number three, once you're not afraid to fail, you have to change your mindset to want to do it because now you're not afraid to fail. And you know how business works. So once you learn how business works, you're not afraid to fail. You're able to take a loss before you win. So don't nothing happen overnight. Businesses fail the first 5 years. Some of y'all know that, some of y'all don't. It don't happen overnight. Just like if you start a YouTube channel, it's not going to happen tomorrow. So get that out of your mind. So you want to play for the long game instead of the short game. That's where we go wrong at. We want to win all the time and we want to play the long game. So in reality, that's what we need to do. Because when you in business, you can't be afraid to fail. And you got to play for the long game. So that's what I be trying to tell y'all. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that when you doing something in your life, don't be afraid to fail. You got to have a passion. So if you got a passion for it, you're able to play the long game, then you'll succeed in your business. That's the third reason. So in reality, you got to have discipline. Number 4 is discipline. You got to be able to get up. You got to be able to do it, even when you feel like you don't want to do it. You got to keep convincing yourself. Even if it sounds crazy, so what that you got to keep convincing yourself? Stop looking at it like that because you want to stay 10 toes down on your business. That's number 4. Number 5 is that you got to have a passion for it. You got to find your purpose because if you don't know what your purpose is, then what you doing your business for? Because you got to figure that out within yourself about your purpose that makes you keep going. Because once you in purpose, nothing can bother you. So a lot of us, we just be living in life and we don't know our purpose. That's why we let stuff bother us. And in reality, we want to change, we want to do better, but we don't ever do it. So reason number 6 is that they always say speaking into existence. That's true, but actions speak louder than words. So you can keep convincing yourself to speak into existence and do it if you believe that you can achieve it. That's for real. But in reality, you got to do the work. A lot of us want to start a business, want to be successful, and we don't want to do the work because we're scared of losing. I'm going to just flat out say it. We're scared of losing because that's what we was taught. So don't be afraid to lose because it's going to keep you from doing the work. So another reason is that once you do the work and you're not afraid to lose and you find your purpose, you know what you're doing, when it starts raining, don't walk away. So you got to keep going. Because once you keep going, you'll get there. So never give up. That's the reason I want to tell y'all. That's my reason. I want y'all to never give up when y'all start a business. Never give up no matter what. So when you got the right mentality to never give up, you're going to keep going. Number 7 is mindset. Don't look at situations like, oh man, I'm going to lose at this business. I'm going to lose money. And if I lose money, they're going to look at me like I'm crazy. I'm going to be a weirdo, just a loser. So what? Think about it like that. So what? At least you was willing enough to try to be a loser. Change your mindset. That's what I be trying to tell y'all. So that's why I believe that losing is the key to success. Now let me explain to y'all this other reason. I'm just telling y'all how I feel straight from the heart. This other reason that losing is the key is because those kids that was in your class getting D's and F's in your class, those A and B students probably working for them because they weren't afraid to lose. So losing makes you stronger. That's my last reason I want to tell you that's why losing is the key to success. Because if you ain't ever been through nothing in your life, you ain't ever took a loss or don't want to take a loss because you're so programmed to win, how you gonna lose? So you just want to win all the time, 100% of the time. And I know a lot of y'all know people like that. When they selling something, it don't make no sense. They want to win 100% of the time. That's not realistic in business. Because business is about relationships and value to your customers and stuff like that. Because once you figure that out in your business, that it's not about you. You don't have to win all the time. You have to be a team player. Your business is going to be successful. So those are the reasons why I feel like losing is the key to success. And I know some of y'all are probably going to debate that, but in reality, you can't debate that because losing is the key to success. So I explained to y'all why I believe that losing is the key to success, because the people that we see on TV every day, it may take them 15 years to win. You just only looking at the 15 years when they won. You're not seeing all the progress and all the journey that they had to experience just to win. So in reality, I want y'all to stay strong, keep y'all heads up, and it may be a long journey, but don't look at it like it's going to be a long journey. That's when your mindset has changed. That's when you're in purpose, because you don't care about the time. So you have to keep a clear mind. I always tell y'all that. So those are the reasons why losing is the key. So now that I explained that to y'all, losing don't seem so bad after all, does it? So stop looking at it like they're going to look at you like you're a loser. Because you're not a loser. Even if you was a loser, don't mean you're going to be a loser forever. You see how that go? And who cares what you're going to be looked at? Who cares what somebody's going to call you? Because at the end of the day, they're not in your shoes. They ain't walked a mile in your shoes. So what you tripping about? What's it to them? And what's it to you to care? So stop caring too much. That's a lesson that I had to learn. After the reasons I'm telling you, that's a lesson. You can't care too much when you're in business or whatever you want to do in life, because it's going to mess up your mind. It's going to clog your mind up. You don't need your mind clogged up. All you need to do is do your research and get better. So in reality, when you do your research and get better, nothing can stop you. So those are the key things to learn when you're losing. And that's why I believe losing is the key to success. Because in reality, if you don't know how to lose, how are you going to get stronger? Huh? We were so programmed to want great all the time. That's cool to want great. And I know we all want to be great, but sometimes you got to lose sometimes. And I know that's a tough pill to swallow, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. Long as you can bounce back, do your research, and come back stronger, that's all that matters. That's why you're going to become successful, because if you're able to take a loss, can't nothing get to you. And that's when you become powerful. When you stop caring, that's when you're able to take a loss in order to win. Everybody wants to win, but don't nobody want to lose. You see what I'm saying? So the people who not afraid to lose, they're the ones that's winning. So this is the term that I always say to you guys. It's not about how you start. It's about how you finish. That's a very strong term, because I believe that to this day. Stop being worried about how far you are in life right now. It don't matter about how far you are in life right now. As long as you can get it right, stay strong and keep going, stay consistent and keep posting, and stay being you, stay 10 toes down, you ain't got nothing to worry about. So if you feel like you're not disciplined and you're not motivated, use this as motivation. Keep convincing yourself. Keep getting up. Because that's what I used to do. And I'm still doing it now. Used to, and I'm still doing it. You see what I'm saying? So time waits for nobody. Every second matters. And it's never too late. So stop moping about, it's too late, you're too old, you're too young. You're not. Be able to take that loss, bro or sis. Take that loss. Because at the end of the day, you was man enough and you was woman enough to take that loss. And I got to give you respect. Because you earned your respect, because you're not afraid. You're confident. And that's what I want to instill in y'all. Y'all always got to be confident no matter how the situation is. So don't let nothing get to you. Stop moping. Stop being emotional. Get out your feelings. Be successful. And you may have to lose first. And that's why losing is the key to success. So did I explain that to y'all? The reason why I feel like losing is the key to success, or I didn't explain it right? So if you didn't get it, you may have to rewind the video. And it's okay that you got to rewind the video, because at the end of the day, you're not perfect, I'm not perfect, she not perfect, and he not perfect. So with that being said, that's a deep message that I wanted to share to y'all. Look at the sky. It's almost dark. But I was so destined to get this message out that I was in my purpose. And I know I'm still in my purpose, because I want to add value to y'all. And I know you valuable. So don't change that for nothing. You just don't know what you're capable of, because you keep saying you don't know. In reality, you do know. You're just not confident enough. You're scared to lose. I know. I was scared to lose too. But it stopped me from doing what I wanted to do, because I was scared to lose. That's why losing is the key to success. I put my pride to the side. I got out my feelings. I got out my own ways. I got out my emotions, and I just got out here. And I want y'all to do the same thing. Because you can't win if you can't lose. Look at the Michael Jordan situation. He was cut from his team. People was doubting him about selling Michael Jordan sneakers. He didn't let nothing stop him. That was the eye of the tiger in him. Sometimes you gotta have that eye of the tiger in you. Can't nothing stop you. It gotta make you stronger. So when it's all said and done, he was the #1 seller on Nike, the greatest player ever, because he always had to prove himself and persevere in his life each and every step. You can do the same thing. So if he wasn't afraid to lose, why are you afraid to lose? What's your excuse? Jeff Bezos was talking about Amazon in 95. I may get the years wrong, but I keep saying it. And he was successful 20 years later. He lost for what? Probably 20 years. So it doesn't matter. Because when you win big and once you become successful, all those losses don't even matter. Because you was focused and you didn't let nothing steer you wrong. You had the right mindset to not let it mess with your mind. Because your mind is the most powerful thing that you have. And once you keep that clear, you keep that strong, greatness is going to happen. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that stop procrastinating on your greatness. Because you're destined for greatness. And once you see this video, I know you about to be something special. You can feel it. I can feel it. So in reality, Put your talents and your powers and your purpose to use. And that's all I've been trying to tell y'all. So, hopefully this message was deep, because it was deep to me, because it's real. So that's what I had to explain to you, why losing is the key to success. Because if I didn't know how to lose, I never want to start, because I'm too scared to lose. So hopefully this motivates you to get up. And I know y'all laying in that bed. I used to lay in that bed too. Sometimes I want to stay asleep. I be feeling sleepy. I don't want to do nothing. I'm just like you. But I force myself. I just get up. Then once I get up, change my mindset, I'm good now. Because I done get up, changed my mindset. I got out of my comfort zone. So I was so caught up in I'm tired, I don't want to do it. Because in reality, I'm thinking I'm going to lose. But once I get up out there, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to feel. So just do it. Next time you feel like you don't want to get up and you're tired, force yourself to get up. Get out your comfort zone. Once you get up, you're going to be like, I didn't know I wasn't going to be tired anymore. I didn't know I was going to be cool after I forced myself to get up. And that's what I want to tell y'all. Because you don't know. Think I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, try it next time. When you feel like you don't want to get up out of bed, just try it. Because I used to do the same thing. I never thought I'd just keep walking back and forth. I didn't want to exercise. But once I started walking back and forth, I don't even be noticing I be walking that much. Because I'm not worried about it. See what I'm saying? Once you keep a clear mind, don't be worried about it. Don't be afraid to lose. And that's going to be your key. And your key going to unlock everything for you in your life. It can unlock doors, new opportunities, wherever you need your key to unlock. Because losing is the key. That's a very powerful key we didn't know about. It's what they don't teach us. Because we're so caught up in being programmed to win. We don't know how it is to lose. So we don't do nothing because we're afraid to lose. We're afraid of rejection. You can't be like that. Because in reality, who are they to reject you? So what? Get up on there. Lose some. Win some. You win some, you lose some. You live to see another day. That message is powerful. So that's what I want to tell y'all. That's my take on the situation. Let me know how y'all feel in the comments. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.